What's going on YouTube? It's your boy Cam ATL. Shout out to the DFS squad. Shout out to everybody watching this video right now. Drop a like down below because I already know you're gonna love it. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Make sure you comment anything down in the comment section to enter your name into the $50 giveaway that I do every single week on this channel. Thank you guys for joining me as always. If you're new to the channel, what I do here, this is the first look lineup video. Okay, this is where I'm going to put an entire lineup together, talk about the guys that are in this lineup and only in this lineup, and just get you guys started, get your guys' week started out kind of on the right track, thinking about what guys you want to use and stuff like that. So we're not going to break down position by position. That comes later on in the week after injuries and all those things come out, after practice reports and stuff like that. I'll do a final look on Friday. I will drop that Friday morning. But for this, we're just going to put an entire lineup together, just first look gut. I don't recommend just playing it and not doing anything the rest of the week. Still keep an eye on it. Greenlightdfs.com to join the squad. Week 13 was huge. It wasn't the 70,000 like week 5, but it was damn close. It was an amazing week. We absolutely dominated. It was a life-changing week for the members for the site. So super happy, super blessed to be able to put up points like that and change people's lives, especially with Christmas coming up. It's just perfect timing. So let's go ahead and try to do it again. Why not? All right, let's get right into this first look lineup. I'm not going to keep up too much of your time. Drop a like down below and subscribe to the channel if you haven't. All right, starting off at quarterback. The quarterback I'm going to go with is Tom Brady. He seems too cheap at 6-1 going against Kansas City in a game that should be a very good contest, okay? One thing we know is New England's defense is solid, but Kansas City is always going to score. Okay, they don't have any issues scoring for Kansas City, and in this game, this is kind of like a Super Bowl type of game right here. Like, both teams are going to be super pumped up. It's going to be a great game in general, and I definitely want exposure to it as much as I can. So I really like Tom Brady here. Having to throw, he's at home. First of all, he's the quarterback who's at home in New England. He's going to have to throw because Kansas City will be scoring. And it's just a bad Kansas City defense in general. So I love Tom Brady at 6-1. All right. Next up, I'm sticking with my boy, even though he had a down week. Christian McCaffrey had a down week last week, at least what we're used to. He only got 17 against Washington, which was a huge letdown. It didn't make any sense at all. But expect him back to the 35 or more range here against Atlanta. And on this slate, he's definitely got the highest floor, the most upside of any running back on the slate. Just because he let you down last week doesn't mean you should necessarily get off of it, okay? I'm going to stick with Christian McCaffrey. I'm not going to overthink that situation too much at all right? Next guy that I want to go with is going to be a little bit of a sleeper, hopefully, is Laird. Okay, Laird is 4-1. He is for Miami, the running back for the Miami Dolphins. Normally, I don't promote many people for the Dolphins just because this team is overall very bad. But Kalen Ballage, the running back that they was getting the most touches for Miami, is now on the injured reserve, leaving Laird to be the main dog. Now, they don't run like 20 times like a lot of offenses, but period, this is the guy. He's pretty much the only guy in the backfield. They have another dude back there, but they're not trying to give him any looks. Laird is going to get a ton of action, whether in the pass game, on the ground. He's just the only running back option. And at 4-1 against the Jets, I think he can easily hit value and give us like 12 or more Draftkings points here in this matchup against the Jets. And I definitely like him a lot. All right. Next guy that I want to talk about is Julian Edelman. I want to pair Tom Brady up with his favorite target, and that's Julian Edelman. Going against Kansas City, who gave up over 21 to Keenan Allen week 11. They've been okay against certain receivers, but Julian Edelman is a whole nother level. This dude is super, super consistent. Probably going to get you about 20 or more DraftKings points here against Kansas City, and he has about the upside of 30. I really like him here. I'm expecting 25 or more here against Kansas City, and paired up with Tom Brady. I love pairing those two up together. All right. Next up, I want to go with Sammy Watkins at 4-6. Now, there's a few options we can go here, and I'll talk about the other guy too once we finish the lineup. But Sammy Watkins against New England. Now, one thing we know is New England, Belichick likes to take away the team's number ones. Okay, so Belichick and New England, their focus is going to be on Kelsey and Tyreek Hill. Okay, if we can take Kelsey and Tyreek Hill away, it'll give us our best chance to win. All right, so we are going to put guys over the top of Hill. Don't let him get over top of us. Double team him, whatever we got to do. Shut Hill down. Pay attention to Kelsey, and we should be good. But what does that do? That leaves Sammy Watkins in a very plus situation here with Gilmore on Hill, with the defense focusing in on Kelsey and Hill over the top. It's going to leave a lot of open for Sammy Watkins, I believe. Like, I can definitely see a way that Sammy has a very nice game here against New England with them paying all of their attention on Tyreek and Kelsey. I think Sammy could fly under the radar, and with Belichick and New England being the way that they are and zoning in on number 1 and 2s and really trying to take the best guys out of the game, that could open up Sammy a lot. And he's definitely an under the radar guy that I'm liking in the first look right now. All right. Now, next up, we'll come back to it. I want to talk about tight end real quick. Ian Thomas is a guy I'm very interested in at only 2.5. Greg Olsen's in concussion protocol. He actually when he got hit, he stayed down for a while. It looked bad. I'm not sure if he comes back or not. I'm not thinking he's going to play with the way it looked. It looked bad, but we never know. So keep an eye on it. Obviously, if Greg Olsen is back to practice and he's going to play, then you're not going to want any Ian Thomas. But if Greg Olsen is going to miss and doesn't get out of concussion protocol, this is an amazing situation for Ian Thomas, who will take over at tight end. And at 2.5, once Greg Olsen left last game, he got 4 targets. So they're not afraid to throw it to him at all. Kyle Allen will throw him the ball. And against Atlanta, obviously, it's an amazing matchup. So I really like Ian Thomas. Next up at the flex, I like Devonta Freeman, running back Christian McCaffrey. Devonta is the only guy. They're dealing with a ton of injuries when it comes to running back for Atlanta. Edo is out. They're just missing a lot. And they just need Devonta to really carry the load. Okay, so when it comes to safety for cash games, I really like Devonta. First of all, he's going against the Carolina defense that's bottom in the league against running backs. They've been giving it up on the ground this year. Okay, they're also dealing with Julio, dealing with a little bit of an injury. Okay, he missed last week. He's dealing with some injuries, and they're just not, they don't have Sanu anymore. They really have Ridley engaged, especially if Julio misses. Devontae's going to be amazing. Okay, so either way, Julio's banged up. Devontae's going to be relied on a lot because they're going to notice pretty early that they're able to do what they want on the ground against Carolina. And I can see Freeman having a great game with all the injuries that they have at running back position. So he's going to get a ton of run. All right. At the defense position, Packers. I'm just going to go with them because I have the money. They're at home in Green Bay. Weather's probably going to be snowy if I had to guess it. I haven't done any looking into forecasts or nothing. But I would expect this forecast to be pretty damn snowy, and that's good for a Packers team that's at home. They're okay with playing in the snow. Going against a Washington team with Haskins, they're going to cause some turnovers. They're going to get up. Washington's going to have to throw to catch up. They're going to make mistakes and throw some pick sixes and stuff like that. So it's a great spot for the Packers defense. And last but not least, at 5'9", the guy I really want to go with. Now, I'm kind of torn here. Okay, because Tyler Boyd makes a lot of sense at 5'9" going against Cleveland because Cleveland should get up big, and Boyd has Andy Dalton back who looks rejuvenated and like he might actually be able to play quarterback now, and that's great for Tyler Boyd. So Boyd in a catch-up situation for Cincinnati against Cleveland, who should be up, is in a great spot, okay? But at the same time, you have a guy like Zach Pascal, who Hilton is on the wrong side of playing this week, probably won't be playing. And there's 2 other guys who are questionable on this receiving core. They are struggling big time at receiver right now. And they also will not have Ebron. So just a ton of receivers are out for this team. Pascal got 10 targets last game and 20 DraftKings points. And against Tampa Bay, a team that you love targeting guys fantasy-wise against, I really like Zach Pascal for sure. It comes down to Pascal or Marvin Jones for me. Or you could go Boyd. So it's Boyd, Pascal, or Marvin Jones in this last spot. Marvin's in a situation where he doesn't have Stafford. He doesn't have the other dude. He's down to Blow. I don't know if that's how you say the dude's name. David Blow? I don't know. But anyways, he didn't blow last game. He actually played pretty well and did all right. On Thanksgiving, I believe it was. He played all right. He did not do bad. So I'm not too worried about him. Minnesota's defense is solid, but this is kind of the reason I like Jones, though. Okay, if you notice, last time they played this team, Xavier Rhodes was on Galladay, held Galladay fairly in check, and opened up a ton for Marvin Jones in the pass game, and he went absolutely nuts. I believe he got like 200 receiving yards or something in that game. 2 touchdowns, maybe 3. I don't know. But he went crazy in that game. Matter of fact, I'll give you exactly. He went for 43 DraftKings points in week 7, 13 targets, 10 catches, 93 yards, and 4 touchdowns. Now, obviously, that was with Matthew Stafford, okay? So Blow's not going to give him 4 touchdowns, but I could see 2, especially with Xavier giving Kenny Golladay a hard time and opening Marvin Jones up. But I'm going to go ahead and just go Zach Pascal because they are going to be they're in a great matchup against Tampa Bay, who defensively is not good. They're going to have to be trying to catch up. They're super weak in receiving targets right now. So Pascal, especially if Hilton is out, which I am thinking he is going to be out, they're too light on. He's going to get another 10-something targets, and he could do damage against this Tampa Bay secondary with that. All right, so I'm going to just go Pascal. Leaves you 400 on the table just to mess with things if you want to. Tom Brady, McCaffrey, Laird, Julian Edelman, Sammy Watkins, Pascal, Ian Thomas, Devonta Freeman, and Packers D. Remember, keep an eye on Greg Olsen, because Ian Thomas will not be usable at all if Greg Olsen comes back from the head injury, from the concussion. I'm thinking he misses if I had to guess. I'm thinking he misses, and this is a first look, so I'm doing it before any of that news is out. All right, so Ian Thomas is good at 2.5. Also, instead of Sammy Watkins, you could completely go Curtis Samuel as well. I'm okay with Samuel. He's been playing very well, getting some good targets and going against Atlanta. That's always good. But I already had McCaffrey and I already had Ian Thomas. I didn't want to add a third Carolina guy in this, but I'm okay with Curtis Samuel as well. I just wanted to mention him. And if Julio misses the game again, Russell Gage is also a very good option right there as well. All right? But Sammy, for GPPs especially, like a lot of people might see, oh, New England D, oh, no way. But they're going to be focused on Tyreek Hill and Travis Kelce, man. That could open up Sammy for a huge game here under the radar. So I really like him. And that's it, guys. Thank you for joining me as always. Greenlightdfs.com to join the squad for week 14. Let's go.